Hi everyone, I am Teacher Michelle and welcome to another episode of Unang Math. In this episode, I will be discussing probability of event A and event B. Okay, what does it mean by this? When two events A and B do not affect each other, and if the probability that event A occur is P and the probability that event B is Q, then the probability that both event A and event B occur is P times Q. Okay, in here, two events A and B do not affect each other. It means event A happens, event B happens. So two events happen. So to find the probability, we have to get the probability of the first event times the probability of the second event. Okay, for you to understand this concept, let's give an example. When two dice, A and B, are rolled simultaneously, what is the probability that die A shows an odd number and die B shows a factor of 6? So our first event here is die A shows an odd number. So first event. Second event is die B shows a factor of 6. Okay, let's find out what is the probability in the first event and in the second event. So for our first event, total possible outcome, since this is a die, then we have 6 possible outcomes. What about favorable outcomes? Shows an odd number. So from 1 to 6, we have here 1, 3, and 5. So these are odd numbers. So this is 3. We have 3 outcomes, or we have 3 favorable outcomes. So for the first event, 3 over 6 the probability. Okay, what about for the second event? Die B shows a factor of 6. So possible outcome, we also have 6 possible outcomes. Favorable outcome shows a factor of 6. So what are the factors of 6 from 1 to 6? We have 1, 2, 3, and 6. So these are 4 factors. So 4 over 6. And since this happens at the same time, we have to multiply. So this is now equal to 12 over 36. And if we will simplify, this is 1 over 3. So 1 over 3 is our probability in this question. Okay, moving on to our another example. Let's also answer this concept check question. When a coin and a die are tossed at the same time, what is the probability that the coin shows heads and the die shows a number less than or equal to 2? Okay, for the first event, coin shows heads. So this is our first event. And for our second event, the die shows a number less than or equal to 2. That's for our second event. Okay, let's find each probability. So for our first event, the coin shows heads. So that means we have 2 possible outcomes because coin has only 2 faces. So 2 possible outcomes. What about for favorable outcomes? The coin shows heads, so that's 1 favorable outcome. So we have 1/2 as the probability for our first event. For the second event, the die shows a number less than or equal to 2. So possible outcomes, since this is a die, we have 6 possible outcomes. What about for favorable outcomes? Shows a number less than or equal to 2. So from 1 to 6, less than or equal to 2. So we have 1 and 2. So we have here 2 favorable outcomes. And since this and this happens at the same time, we have to multiply. So this is now equal to 2 over 12. Or if we are going to simplify, this is equal to 1 over 6. So this is our probability for this problem. Okay, this time, let's answer these simple questions. A bag contains 3 blue balls and 7 yellow balls. Sue draws 1 ball from the bag and then U draws 1 ball afterward. Find the following probabilities. Assume that the ball is replaced after each draw. Okay, so 3 blue balls, 7 yellow balls. So 3 plus 7, that means a total of 7 balls. The first question here is, what is the probability that both students draw a blue ball? So according to this problem, Sue draws 1 ball from the bag and then U draws 1 ball afterward. And then assume that the ball is replaced after each draw. So, Sue and U's condition are the same. So, for Sue, what's the probability that both students draw a blue ball? So, for Sue, that would be 3 over 10. So, total possible outcome is 10 because we have 3 and then plus 7, so 10. For blue balls, we have 3 blue balls. So, we have here 3 over 10. That's the probability for Sue's case. What about for U? Okay, again, same condition. So it means this is also 3 over 10. And both students draw. So this one happens at the same time, or this 2 happens. So we have to multiply. And then this is now equal to 9 over 100. So in this question or problem, probability is 9 over 100. Okay, for the second question, according to this, the probability, or let's find the probability that the 2 students draw balls of different colors. Okay, the meaning here of different colors has 2 ways. Okay, first, for Sue, he can have blue balls. For U, yellow balls. Okay, or in here, for Sue, yellow. For U, blue ball. Okay, now, in this case, what is the probability that Sue will get blue? So it's 3 over 10. What about for U? What's the probability for yellow ball? So we have 7 yellow balls. So it means 7 over 10. And this 2 happens. So we have to multiply these 2 probabilities together. And this is equal to 21 over 100. Okay, what about here? In this case, Sue, yellow, so the probability is 7 over 10. So 7 over 10. What about for U? What's the probability wherein he got blue balls? So it would be 3 over 10. So this happens at the same time, or these 2 situations happen, then we have to multiply. So we will get here also 21 over 100. Okay, take note. This is different from this one. So, to find the probability, it means this probability plus this probability. So, we have here 21 over 100 plus 21 over 100. And this is equal to 42 over 100. And if we will simplify, then this is equal to 21 over 100. So, in here, 21 over 50. So if we will simplify, this is 21 over 50. So the probability that the 2 students draw balls of different colors is 21 over 50. Okay, and for our last question, let's take a look at this one. The probability that at least one of them draws a blue ball. Okay, this phrase, at least one. This phrase, at least one, would mean 1 minus P, as we studied in our previous episode. This P refers to the probability that something happens or something didn't happen. Okay, it's easier to think that, or it's easier to get the probability that two yellow balls are being drawn. Because if we are going to find the probability that at least one of them draws a blue ball, then it would be more difficult and it will be a lot. So instead of at least one of them draws a ball, we will find the probability that two yellow balls are being drawn. So in here, so for Sue, this is 7 over 10. What about for U? It's also 7 over 10. So 7 over 10, 7 over 10. And this happens at the same time, then we have to multiply. So this is now 49 over 100. So now we are going to subtract this 49 over 100 from 1. So 1 minus 49 over 100. So this is now equal to 51 over 100. So 51 over 100, this is the probability that at least one of them draws blue ball.